everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Intro to Computer Applications at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the PowerPoint Module 2 activities that I finished grading yesterday. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for our last set of activities for PowerPoint Module 3. And then I'll also tell you a little bit about the PowerPoint production exam that we'll have coming up here pretty soon. Alright, so like I said, the first thing is I did finish grading the PowerPoint Module 2 activities yesterday. Overall, most of you did well on the Module 2 assignments. If you haven't already looked at your grades for those assignments, go ahead and do that as soon as you can. And let me know if you have questions. Make sure you carefully read the grading comments. Because if I did have to count any points off, I was very specific on why I counted those points off and what formatting or other instruction that you missed on the assignment. Okay, so just let me know if you have any questions there. Like I said, most of you did well. There were some common formatting errors that I'd like to review over just very quickly here. First thing is make sure that you always check all of your slides for accuracy before you submit your presentation for a grade. When you're working in PowerPoint and you're creating each slide, it's always a good idea to make sure as you go that you check to verify that you're doing it correctly, that your slides and the objects on your slides look like the examples in the textbook or on the assignment, and just to verify that. And then again, before you actually turn it in for a grade, check it one more time. Kind of look at it slide by slide, object by object. Just make sure everything is placed correctly, everything's formatted correctly, and so forth. Some of you didn't do that on the Module 2 assignments, and so you got some points counted off for that. So it really doesn't take that much extra time and effort to check and make sure that everything's correct. And then, of course, if something is incorrect, then go back and make those changes as needed. Okay? And, of course, as always, if you have questions as you're working on your assignments, just let me know and I'll be glad to help you. All right. Now, a few of you had problems sizing and positioning the pictures correctly. Just as a reminder, you should use the height and width sizing boxes to check the size of each of your pictures. It's real easy to use that portion of the ribbon, the height and width sizing boxes, to verify that you have the correct dimensions, the correct height and width of each of your objects on your slide. Not just pictures, but also the shapes and other, smart art and so forth that you add to your slides. All right? So always verify the accuracy of the size. Also, as far as positioning goes, in the assignments that we've done so far, you've learned how to use the smart guides to correctly position the pictures and other objects on your slides. So always use those smart guides to your advantage. Make sure you're using those to position the pictures aligned as specified in the instructions. All right. Sometimes it will have you align the objects with the edge of the slide or the bottom of the slide or top or so forth. And then other times it will have you align based on other objects that are already on the slide. Okay. So just kind of keep that in mind, that you should use those tools that are available to you in PowerPoint to verify that you have the proper size of your objects on your slides and also the proper positioning. Okay. One final thing that I noticed some of you had problems with as well is applying the transition effects to your the slides in your presentation. Just remember, when you add the transition effect, in some cases it's also going to have you change the duration of the effect, so you have to make sure you do that. And then in some cases it will also have you change the placement of the transition effect, like top or bottom or left or right. And so always make sure you specify all of those parts of your transition effect. The one final thing that I'll say is that some of you forgot, once you applied those specified transition effects, some of you forgot to click the Apply to All button to apply that transition effect to all your slides. And so basically what you did was you just applied the effect to one slide, and you didn't actually apply it to all the slides in the presentation. So it's not enough to just go in and change the boxes on the transition effect boxes to what it says. You also, when it says to apply the transition effect to all your slides, you have to use that Apply to All button to apply it to all your slides in your presentation. All right? So those are just a few things that I noticed that more than one of you had problems with, and so I just thought I'd kind of point that out. And those are going to be really good things to study for the production exam that we'll have over PowerPoint in about a week or so, about a week and a half. And then also there'll be a PowerPoint component on the final exam, which you'll need to make sure you know how to add transition effect and how to properly size and position pictures and so forth. So just kind of, if you did have problems with that on the assignments, then practice that. And of course you'll also get some more practice with PowerPoint Module 3, which I need to tell you about now. So let's go ahead and click on the activities page in my Ozarka. And right now we're on week 14 of the semester. And you notice I don't have any activities due this week, and that's because our last set of activities for Module 2 were due late last week. So we don't have anything else due. We don't have anything due this week. And of course, next week is Thanksgiving week, so we don't have anything due that week. But we do have work due early on the week that we come back after Thanksgiving. So specifically Monday, December 2nd is when the last set of module activities are due. And that's for PowerPoint Module 3. So you've got assignments 1 and 2 there for PowerPoint Module 3. You've got an objective test. All right. There's also an optional bonus assignment, all right, that you can do for extra credit. And that definitely will help some of you that maybe missed some activities over the course of the semester. It's not going to make up for it completely, but it will at least help if you miss 1 or 2 things during the year, during the semester, then you can do that optional bonus assignment as a way to try to earn some of those points back. All right? And then I've also got the PowerPoint Module 3 help discussion there, and that comes in handy when you have a question as you're working through your PowerPoint Module 3 activities. If you have a question, I would like you to pose that question on the discussion board so that when I answer your question, other students in the class will be able to see that answer, and it may help other students who had similar questions. Okay? So just be working on PowerPoint Module 3. And in PowerPoint Module 3, by the way, we're going to be kind of taking what we've learned in Modules 1 and 2 and expanding our knowledge and our skill in PowerPoint by learning things like how to insert and format a video on a slide. Okay? Of course, we've already learned how to insert and format pictures and other objects, but in some cases you may need to add a video to a slide. And so in this module, you're going to learn how to do that. You'll also learn how to insert and format a chart on a slide. And then another thing you'll learn in PowerPoint Module 3 is how to add animation effects to objects on a slide. Animation effects are similar to transition effects, except for animation effect affects individual objects on a slide instead of the slide as a whole. So if you want to add some kind of animation effect to a particular object, basically what you can do is add an animation effect to that object, and then it will display that animation as the object appears on the slide. So it can kind of create some interest on that particular part of your slide. All right, so you'll learn how to add animation effects. You'll also learn how to add a text box to a slide. And then finally, you'll learn how to add and format word art on a slide. Now, we've used word art before in Microsoft Word, if you'll remember that. But it's a little bit different in PowerPoint, but it's very similar. You'll basically learn how to add that word art to your slide, how to size it correctly, and how to format it as specified in the instructions there. So there's going to be quite a few new things that a lot of you probably haven't done before in PowerPoint, even those of you that have some experience before taking this class. Some of you may have had some experience with PowerPoint before, but most of you probably have not done at least one or two of these types of tasks that you'll be doing in Module 3. Okay? Now, just remember that, and I know I always remind you of this, but I always feel like it's important to do so. Make sure you're carefully reading through the instructions for each assignment, and especially on these assignments for Module 3, it's very critical because there's a special way that you have to download the video file that you're going to be inserting into your slides. And because videos are treated differently in Miles Arca than other files, you have to make sure that you go through the specific instructions that I've given you here on the assignment page to properly download the video file and then have that file to insert into your slideshow. So just make sure that you're paying attention to the instructions that I provided here. You're carefully reading through those instructions before you get started. Okay? All right. And of course, I also have, in addition to the instructions there that you need to pay attention to, there are demonstration videos here down at the bottom of the page where I basically take you step by step through the process of creating each slide in the presentation, adding the video, adding the word art, text boxes, all those various things that you're going to be adding to these slides. So just make sure that you're taking advantage of those resources that I provided for you. Okay? And of course, all the pictures and videos and other data files that you need for your assignments are available under the resources heading on each assignment page. All right? So just kind of make sure you're working on those. And the only other thing I need to remind you of today is that as soon as we get Module 3 done and submitted, we're going to need to take our production exam over PowerPoint. And that will be available from December 3rd through the 5th, which is the Tuesday through Thursday of the week after Thanksgiving. All right? So it's still a little ways from now, but the reason I'm reminding you now is that next week is Thanksgiving week, and of course there aren't any classes next week, and so you're probably not going to do much in Miles Arca that week. So that's why I want to go ahead and take the time this week to remind you what we've got coming up due after Thanksgiving. And of course, the only other thing that we'll have after the production exam over PowerPoint is the final exam, and that will be during final exam week. And I'll send you more information about that later, probably later this week. So be looking for that. But basically, we're very, very close to the end of the semester. And one thing I would like to say is that I've really enjoyed teaching this class this semester. I really look forward to all the activities for this class, and I really have enjoyed it. And hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. Hopefully you've gotten some good skills and knowledge from it. But I just wanted to kind of let everybody know that. And we're, like I said, we're very close to the end of the semester. So I know at this point in the semester, everybody's kind of at high stress level and just trying to get through the semester. But just hang in there and keep working, and you'll get rewarded at the end. If you pull through, and you'll be rewarded with that grade that you expect. So just keep working, and just let me know, and let me know if you have any questions at all. And that's really all I have for you for today. So enjoy the rest of this week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving break, and I will talk to you again sometime after the Thanksgiving break. Thank you.